Hi guys, I'm here to tell you a little bit about my Articulate Guru entry, and I wanted to use this as a good example for the latest e-learning heroes challenge, which is on interactive tours. So I'm going to go over with you what I did for the entry, what I'm changing because there's like a few issues with it, and then also kind of how I did things in my budget and the time and everything that I took on it. So this is the main screen. I went out in Philadelphia and I did some video taping, and I made a cinematograph out of this. So the front of it's all still, a lot of it's still, and then I selected the areas that I wanted motion to show, and I kind of did a looping and a gradual fade into the same looping animation that I did. And I wanted to do like a playful type of vibe for this, so I did the safety in the city off of the Sex and the City logo. I thought that would be kind of cool. And the whole premise of this is that you're on a business trip, and I'll get to show you that. And you want to get to work safely, like what kinds of procedures you need to take to get to be to work safely on a business trip. So the scenario is that you are in a hotel lobby. I know you can't hear all the sound effects right now, but as the words come up, it sounds like typing. So you're entering a hotel lobby. It's your first day on business. You want to arrive to work safely. That's your objective. So we're heading to the room, and I took this picture in Chicago. A lot of the pictures from this, they're pictures that I took. So before you select a character, you're going to get this prompt, you have to select a character to move on. So I can select him or I can select her, and they're changing states, as you can see, and I used a silence effect, so when the silence ends, it triggers them to change their states. So they're flip-flopping back and forth. You can pick which one you want. I'll pick her. Go ahead. And I got to fill up the badge.
To meet my client in an hour.
You can see my friend Rachel Barnum, she did some of the narration for this. I can't go ahead unless I fill out the badge here. And then I can go ahead, and you'll see the badge will retain my name and information from the variables that I created there.
I definitely need my bag.
That's great because I used a lot of free clip art, free photos, and mostly my photos that I took in around Philadelphia. So you can see here, this is the screen that describes, how this game is going to work. We kind of created a branching scenario based off of this. I'll go and view my inventory. This is kind of cool. I added the money in here. I want to add some Easter eggs within the module that people can pick up and grab. And, it'll pop up in here. I got the pizza with the sound effects. And I've got this gamified, so you earn points, you get badges, depending on...
This will definitely help me get to work on time.
Depending on, what you select in here, and everyone's outcomes can be completely different. And so this is where you get your first badge. Everyone gets the first same badge. The rest are all, it depends on what you select. And it's really cool because you can share it to social media. This is something I kind of figured out on my own. I can go ahead and share this, and I'll show you how it works. And you can put links in here. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Hashtags, at whoever. I just did a simple picture. It automatically posts that, and, a sentence there. Very cool stuff. I want to try to do that with Yammer and internal sites. I think that'd be neat. You get morale points up here. You also can visit locations. So it's asking you to navigate using your map. One of the things that I want to change about that is putting a map down here, just better user experience in general. You can see here, you can't go to every place until you do certain things. So here I'm going to go and get money out of the ATM. That's something you might do in a city. You might want to get money for lunch. You might want to get money for happy hour. And you want to be safe about this. So depending on how much money you take out, something different will happen. I want to get my coworkers coffee, so I feel like I'm going to take out $40 because that might be good. $5. Probably can't do that. So I get this badge. I wouldn't have gotten the badge if I had selected $5. And so I'm not going to post that because you guys have seen that already. And I'm going to go to the coffee shop. You can see down here my name tag retains my badges. I use that by variables and state changes.
Maybe I should grab coffee for everyone.
So I'm going to be generous and grab coffee for all of my coworkers. And so down here, this is a drag and drop. Another user experience should probably let them know to drag these coffees down there. And I got a badge for that because, you know, being a good coworker is a nice thing, not just thinking about myself. And these coffees change states down here when you drag them over. So now I'm going to go to work.
Well, I guess I'll have to find a different route.
So
should I go down the alleyway that's shorter or go the long way around?
I keep forgetting that I have narration. So on this one, you know, probably taking the long way. That, you know, I don't want to be late for work, so I'm going to take the alley.
It's kind of dark. Maybe this wasn't the smartest idea.
Yeah, so taking the alley may not have been the safest, especially in a city that I don't know. I don't know the areas. And now my bag's been stolen. You can see I don't have any money left. My bag's gone. And then it kind of ends abruptly. That's something that I definitely want to change in this. You know, the badge down here, it's missing the money badge because I had that set to the variable of how much money I have. So I want to change that. And they're not exactly, you know, matched up, and the map, the text just disappeared. So that's an issue with the timeline that I have. So next time I definitely want to fix that. So overall, it was a great experience. I learned a lot from this about, you know, use of variables, organization of my project, and also, you know, that you can create e-learning on a budget. This cost me $0 altogether. It took me a few weeks to put together on the weekend, probably about, I would say, 60 hours, because I went out and took all the footage myself, all the pictures. I did the cinemagraphs myself. I had to put in every single text piece in here and line it up on the timeline just how I wanted. But overall, I think it's going to be a great portfolio piece. It's definitely something you can do in your spare time, and I just encourage people to, you know, go out, take your own pictures, do that type of thing, because you can save a lot of money that way, especially, you know, if you're freelancing or if you're on a budget. All right. So until next time,